My first question, I guess, today, I want to talk about TikTok Shop, but before we do, I want to just kind of confirm the suspicion that with you that is TikTok Shop like the best way for a creator of any size to make money on TikTok right now?
Yeah, no doubt this is the absolute pathway. I could certainly talk about the evolution of that in greater detail, but very high level, it's brought to social media a direct means of attribution. And when revenue can be a KPI, it becomes the only KPI on the brand side, which is what dictates spend and other things. And so, no doubt, if you're a creator in any capacity, this is the space in terms of quickest path to considerable revenue that has probably ever existed in the social media domain.
Can you talk to me a little bit more about the evolution?
Yeah, I think for anyone that has followed the creator influencer space for quite some time or has experienced it themselves, you'll know that the early era of influencer marketing was this Instagram, Kardashian, Ronaldo type of thing, very gated to CAA and big talent agencies. You had to have a talent manager, they were brokering deals. But you obviously then saw that evolution, then big brand deals going to the TikTok content houses and different types of creators now making more creative assets and other things. Still, though, very propagated by that talent agency world. And really, talent agency, I say, whether they had that representation or not, it's more so indicative of like closer to that of modeling, right, than true merit-based decision making. But really, since COVID, that transformational period of time, brands have shifted into micro influencers, have found new ways to work with creators. So we've seen this continued evolution of the hey, only budget goes to people with millions of followers that are professional models. They get paid because they're good looking. That has devolved over time for the betterment of all creators. And TikTok Shop has been that now convergence, creating essentially the model and the system for what is now a truly merit-based approach to how brands look at and ultimately decide on what creators they should be working with. So it's been a long time coming, but we're now quite literally in a system that the number of followers you have, how good looking you are, all those subjective nonsense things no longer matter for this space.
So really, if I'm a creator, and I guess like the TikTok Shop requirements, I think it's 5,000 followers, but you can apply if you have less than that if you're consistent or something like that, if I understand. But like really, so what you're saying is it's now just dependent on how good the content you can make is and like how good it is obviously being subjective to whatever it is your goal is. Obviously in this case, driving sales through affiliate sales. But now basically what you're saying is it just comes down to the talent of the creator more than anything else. And followers are far less important than they ever used to be.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's one of those things where now that traffic, sales, other things can be trackable and traced, that becomes the primary metric for brands on the platform. And so that changes the dynamics for creators. It gets rid of that subjective nonsense. It gets things to being 100% merit based, which there isn't now a threshold to that. So while there is still a threshold to join in terms of getting followers and other things, there's a lot of ways in which you can gamify that as well. Quite literally, any person can start creating content on the platform, building an audience, and they don't need to go viral. They don't need to build the biggest audience in the world, and they can start monetizing that quite literally from day one.
So if I'm somebody, we'll say the example, not necessarily somebody who's never created content before. I want the baseline to be a little higher than that. Like let's say I'm somebody who's been creating content on TikTok for a while, but I've never actually like dove into TikTok Shop. How should I get started? Like what should my first month look like if I want to start doing affiliate?
Yeah. I think if you're already an active creator, there's a decision you should make even before that, which is this something I want to be connected to my personal brand, or would it benefit me more to set up a different page that can be hyper specific and can be more of my product page? And we're seeing that more and more with what I call level two, level three creators, ones that are already earning an income from other sources. They've been at it a long time, setting up different pages. But even if it's a matter of you getting into it with your personal brand, it's as simple as going in, joining the specific TikTok Shop affiliate program and just, making sure you check the boxes there. But then in terms of actually like doing your first product promo, getting rolling as an affiliate, this is where a lot of people make a mistake. What they'll do is and there's a lot of promotion from agencies and people like us and, talent agencies to say, hey, join our group, we'll help you earn income. And really all they do is they shill to you products that are very high margin that they have back end deals with. And before you know it, you're a creator that's super fascinated with this category. And now you're shilling ashwagandha supplements that have nothing to do with any of your expertise, what you like creating content for, your audience profile. And so what I always recommend to creators at any level is to look at the products you already consume on a daily basis. There's a good chance that one of those is already on TikTok Shop, will have an open plan, and you can then request a product, go through that process. And then the second is, if even you can't find something you already consume, think about the things that just make sense or you would be interested in, or while you're scrolling, capture your attention. Because if you're interested in it, your audience probably is likely to as well. And then it's just a matter of, you can request a sample. I recommend sending a message to the brand as well. You'll get that product in, and the platform does all that tracking for you. You have 7 to 14 days to make a post and tag that product. You can make one post, you can make multiple posts, and those become now your at bats to prove your success as an affiliate creator.